Hi guys, this is Carlin Laborio with Teaching RLA with Carlin Laborio, and I wanted to show you a sneak peek of a new product. This is ECR, Extended Constructed Response Nonfiction, and this one is for third grade. So this is the first one I've done for third grade. So I'm very excited, and I'm sure you can guess from the background that it is going to be a story about chips. So this resource will contain teacher directions, a link to the passage. The passage is not provided, but it is on the internet and easy to access. It does include prompts that have links to Google Docs that you can post right to Google Classroom. And I've also included the prompts in the slideshow in this PDF. It has teaching suggestions. It has an anchor chart for nonfiction. It has Foursquare differentiation ideas. This is new. I made this specifically for third grade to give you some ideas about how you could do the jotting if the jotting is too hard for the students. I have some ideas about that. Blank nonfiction Foursquare and a sample nonfiction Foursquare filled out. SCRs, there are 2 prompts. This is also different from my other resources. I decided since it's third grade, I think it's really important to give you guys some short constructed responses that you could do with the same passage to kind of warm up to doing the ECRs. So I included those, and I also put a little graphic organizer with those, so you can just print those off. 3 differentiated ECR planners with sentence starters. And then for the prompts, I gave 3 prompts. The first one is probably the hardest. That's the one that I did the sample essays for. The second one is easier. The third one is a bit easier as well. And then what I did that was different and new is I decided to go ahead and make 3 levels of sample planners filled out that are color coded. So I did a very basic one for your lowest student. And then I did kind of a medium one. And then I did an advanced one that might be the one that you show them as the model, as the exemplar model. Like, not that they necessarily have to do that, but just to kind of stretch those advanced kiddos of what they could be doing if they're looking at your exemplar example. If you don't want to use that, if you think it's too high for them, then you can show them the first level or the second level. And then I'm going to just kind of flip through the resource to show you what is included. And this gives you a week by week idea for third grade. I kind of tweaked it to third grade. This is the part that's new, telling you all about the Foursquare and what you could do that's different. And I added some pictures, which is new, to kind of differentiate it for third grade. And one of the ideas that I have is they can do symbols for each paragraph, as well as highlighting kind of these key main ideas. So you could use this to kind of help walk them through it. They don't necessarily have to write all of this. This is more for the teacher. And then here's a blank one that they could either do emojis or symbols or write 1 or 2 words, or they can just highlight the key ideas and use this to maybe jot the symbols on, or the pick. We call it a quick pick. These are the SCRs, so it comes with a nice big graphic organizer. I made it a little bigger for third grade hands. And then there's another one that's a little harder where they have to find the key idea of a whole section. You can pick which paragraphs you want them to do that on. And that could be something that they should be able to do after you've done the Foursquare and gone over that. So this would be a great activity to have them do in partners or independently if they're ready for it. This is the most advanced planner. We use this one in 4th grade. So some of your third graders might be ready for this. There's also another one that has 2 boxes, but the one that I think most third graders are going to want to use is probably this one. And so this is the one that I use to show you the samples. And the samples are going to be based on this first question, which I think is the hardest, most challenging one. Explain how the information is organized and how this helps the reader to better understand the unusual history of chips. So this is that question asking the students about text structure, which is a TEK in third grade. And it should be fairly easy, especially if you kind of guide them when you're doing the Foursquare. They should notice that it is in time order. So I've done several of these for fourth grade and up, asking this a similar question like this. But I think for third grade, I didn't use the word chronological. I just said time order to kind of simplify that. So these are also made as Google Docs. There's a simpler one and another simple one for third grade. And then we get into the colors. So this is going to really help them. And if it helps them to use the colors on the computer, they can do that too. They can highlight on the computer if that helps. If they're doing it on paper, they could underline the sentences with crayons or colored pencils. So this one is the basic one. And I tried to use big font so you could project this, and I made the sentence starters or the transition words orange. And then the blue is text evidence, the green is explain, and then the red is the last one. And then this one gets a little bit more detailed. And this one is really detailed. This might be the one that you show them as an example. It's totally up to you how you want to do it. And this would be the more advanced essay. Not that we're expecting third graders to do this, but they might, if you don't even want to show them that, you might want to just start with one of these or even this one, depending on where your students are at. And that is it. And so don't forget to check out my Teacher Paid Teacher store. There's tons more resources. Follow me on my Facebook page. It's called Teaching RLA with Carlin Laborio. I post a lot of free resources, videos, tips. So make sure to follow that page so you can get notified when there's new things out. And then my YouTube channel is where I'm posting informational videos about ECRs and SCRs and just online testing in general. All right, I hope this video it helped to explain what is included in this resource, and I'm hoping that the third grade teachers out there love it. Let me know how your students like it and if it worked for you. Thanks. Bye.